Welcome everyone to Remud episode 3. I'm your host, Moose, and we got TK and Mo.
What's up, guys?
So,
episode 3, talking about episode 12 of season 2.
Our narrative is through the roof. I think episode 1 covered episodes 1 through 11.
See all of season 1 and then episodes 1 through 9.
We didn't skip anything, I swear.
No, of course not.
And yeah, this is the what's it called? The penultimate episode
Oh
of
yeah.
the season.
Ooh. The mini climax.
We had a very heated debate last time and discussion about where this could go. We got a really juicy episode out of it. So, let's just delve right in and talk about what happened. Moose, you want to go ahead?
Yeah.
I was gonna say let's start from the beginning, but I don't remember what happens in the beginning.
That's why I said, do you want to go ahead?
Wait, didn't it start with him waking up again? Because last episode he got murked by
quote unquote Amelia.
Yeah.
It was the kiss. Do we talk about that?
We did. The taste of death. We talked about how you liked the title too.
Yeah.
For the episode before in this one.
True. What is this episode's title? I can't even.
The Witch's Tea Party.
Oh, okay. It was that explicit. Never mind. Bad title.
Yeah.
Bad title, but for interesting content, I should say.
Oh yeah. So, if you want me to recap what happened in the beginning, Moose?
Yeah.
All right.
Go for it.
So, Subarutan wakes up in the sanctuary, and he's like, "Holy shit, my eye's back!" And then he walks around, and he's like, "What the hell's going on?" And he goes around the timeline again, where it's like, he sees Garfield and stuff, but this time they skip all of their dialogue. And it's just like things go well. He wakes up Amelia this time, and he's like, "I need to save you." And he's like, "If I leave you alone, you become whatever the hell that thing was that was last time. That's not you." So they go about their day, and everything as usual. And then he's like, "I need answers." And he's like going to Rosewall. He clearly has some intentions, but he knows that he's at a point where he needs to get some answers. And the only one who has those, and who he keeps being brought back to throughout this whole season now, is Echidna. So he walks back to the sanctuary, and Mo, do you want to say what he sees and what he experiences there?
Yep, thank you for that transition. What he saw was, as we alluded to in episode 2, which you can check out in our bio, or just click into our channel, is that he saw every failed timeline, and that was the moment I think we all had a minor gasp at. Every failed scenario he ended up dying in, we saw a bit of a preview to it and the suffering that led to it. I think the highlight for me was seeing the Astray kid fight off Puck in that scene. That was a key moment for me. But what that really led on to was the second trial, to which we get to then the ultimate scene, which is the Witch's Tea Party.
Wait, before that.
Okay.
Remember he when he gets out of the so like Mo said, he goes into this thing. We hear his voice every time saying unthinkable present. He goes into all these things. It was really cool to see the characters react and how he was like, wow, I actually potentially abandoned all these peoples, which kind of supports like our discussion last week. We were like,
that scene was the one where he just stabs his neck.
After he stabs his neck, and Amelia's like, "What the hell, you coward!"
Oh.
That was some crazy stuff. I was very happy to see it, and they went all the way back to like when he jumped off the cliff in the first season.
It was like season 1.
I'm gonna save everyone, and to us it looked badass because he wakes up and he's like, "I know I'm gonna do," but to the people there, Beatrice and Ram, they were like, "What the? This guy just killed himself."
True. I mean, it was really crazy, and I appreciate how they took every episode, both season 2 and season 1, included it. And like you really see,
saying was like, do you want to start with before he gets there? Remember who he sees when he wakes up? Who talks to him?
When he wakes up.
When he wakes up from the trial.
My heart. Oh my! I literally looked at Moose and I was like, dude, This is literally what I come here for. When you see
Oh man.
literal Rem, and that's like my saving grace of this whole show. And
I was
then we get
mad.
Hmm?
I was mad, but I would like to hear your whole analysis about
Wait,
it.
you were mad? You were mad? Okay,
I'll
I was
explain.
mad
I'll
at the
explain
end.
later. I'm sure Moose will understand why I was mad, but you
I
go ahead.
was I okay, they debated me. I'll admit defeat. Typically I'm very critical of these situations, and like whenever something good happens, I'm like Subaru's gonna either die right now or something's not gonna go his way. Until you kind of know at that point that is the path that he succeeds. So I took it as today's episode is the moment he's gonna get Rem back. And I was like, okay, she's there. She's helping him. She's like literally saying the same thing she told him before, except for that final phrase where she's like, let me take your burden. You can rest now. And I'm like, no. At that point, we all knew that it wasn't really Rem. It was Mother Trucking Evil Witch of the West, who straight up catfished him, catfished my guy Subaru,
But
catfished
he
my hopes and
knew.
dreams.
Surprisingly, he
She
knew.
was saving him though.
Was she really saving him?
She was given a script. What are you saying, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, to save him.
No, I think it was to fall for
No,
like
no.
Echidna's plan.
Well, no,
No,
no, no.
because he was
Echidna
going
gave
insane.
Well, no, yeah, but Echidna gave her the script for that, like so that he wouldn't go insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I still think
She
it
was
was
just
part of her
cool.
ploy. Like, like transition, like, oh, let me
What?
get rid of your burdens. Form a contract with insert Echidna's name here.
Her ploy?
I think it was a ploy, a moderate ploy to help Echidna set up that contract
Well,
with
no, she
Subaru.
wasn't trying to help. I just think was just like, nah, she told me to do this, so I just did it.
Yeah, that's fair.
She seems
Well,
pretty
yeah,
submissive.
she is very sheltered,
What is her name?
Carmilla,
Carmel.
the
Carmilla.
Witch of Lust.
Yep.
But
But yeah,
I was
TK, let me know your
angry at that
thoughts.
whole scene.
Why?
Well, I don't know if you agree with me, Moose, but I was like, I have to watch this again. I was like, I have to see this scene from season 1 again, where I'm like, I know she's fake, but I'm like, she's gonna bear her heart out, and I have to listen to him. I was like, am I gonna have to hear him say "I love Amelia" again? Am I gonna have to go through this pain again? I was like, I swear to God, why do they keep doing this to me? I was like, I don't need. I was like, even if this isn't her, why do I have to hear this? They pivoted and changed it though, which I was very happy about. But goddamn, I was like, why are they doing this to me? I was like, I was like, you're gonna keep her out. How dare you bring her back to make me feel this kind of pain again?
I mean, I kind
I
of said
felt
it too.
I felt like I knew from the beginning that it wasn't her. It just didn't make
Yeah,
sense. Yeah. But
I was just like, you really gonna show me the scene again? I thought they were just gonna copy it, you know?
yeah.
Dude, I guess I
That's
was
like,
way too desperate to believe it was true because I jumped into that and I'm like, you know, there's many things that could happen. Why not let that happen? For
yeah.
all we know, her consciousness could be in Sanctuary. It could
She's
be in another isekai. It could be with Subaru's mom and dad.
in another isekai.
So let me believe that. But yeah, hindsight, it couldn't have been her.
All right, Moose, take charge now. Now you got this. You got
Yeah,
this
you
whole.
got this.
After that, he gets pulled into the tea party, right? Well, first it's just the kidnap,
Yeah.
and he seems pretty. The deal seems pretty good from what she said. Like, I would buy into that deal.
Dude, I knew there were doubts, and I was still like, I kind of wanted to take it. Still, I was like,
But can we spell out what do you think are the specific cons? Because they gave us like a metaphorical answer, meaning like his despair, his emotions, his feelings will all be kind of hers. Like that's what they implied. But what do you think that's like specifically means?
you want to take it, Moose?
That means
You don't know what that means? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can take it because I mean, like, she wants as much knowledge, and she even said she's like, no. You make your own choices. I'm not going to influence you. You have me to use your knowledge to get your best desired outcome, but I want to see it all happen. She's like, I want to be able to see every loop, all your despair. I want to just eat that all good stuff. It's like get all that emotions. She's like, I just want to learn more and experience what you're experiencing. But you can use whatever you want from me. It's like my mind, my body, whatever you want, whatever. It's like I just want to be on this journey with you so I can get more knowledge.
If you guys were Subaru, would you take the deal?
Yes.
I mean, no, not really. I feel like as Subaru, he's gonna end up doing exactly what like Echidna wants, meaning like she's gonna be like, I want your pain and suffering, and he's gonna end up suffering and being pained throughout his journey. But the one thing that like gets me all the time is that like I really feel that like Echidna has something even further up her sleeve than we know.
Oh yeah.
And so like that's where I feel like Subaru's trying to extend that idea. It's like really like he's like, okay, I hear you out, but you're kind of being sketch right now, which puts me at a position where I have to refuse, or else I know that something could easily go wrong.
It's like what happened with like he said he was like, well, he's like, you told Beatrice this lie. So he's like, why would you not be telling me a lie now?
Yeah,
It's really for your goals. Like, sure.
Well, she didn't lie to Beatrice. She
she
was like, you just gotta wait for that person. But
well, she tested her. I think it was more of a test than like a lie,
yeah,
because she's like she
She
used
wanted
that person for Beatrice to choose herself, but Beatrice relied on Echidna to determine that guy. So like they were both looking at each other, saying, "Who's that guy?"
yeah.
Sure.
But like it was definitely a leading of Echidna to do it, you know?
Oh
Like
yeah,
there was like so like but like in the end I'm like I don't think she's like going to cause Subaru suffering or anything. She just wants to experience it all. I feel like, you know, if he's in a situation of suffering, it's like she's like, no, I'm not gonna help though there. She's like, I'll give you all my knowledge and everything, but I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna enjoy it, eat some popcorn, you know?
yeah. I basically think she wants to live out the trials in like real time almost, or like a physical
Yeah.
plane.
Because this is her most interaction and she just wants all the knowledge. And this is like the one thing I guess she can't really study, right? She
Yeah,
hasn't been able to learn. Which is why I think it's honestly not too bad of a deal still. Obviously, there's some bigger plan we have no clue of, but
here's a comment I have, and it kind of extends off of the contract, but it goes into like a Mo theory, Mo conspiracy theory.
yeah.
All right. So the contract, the way she set up the agreement is that they have to hold hands, or like to some extent hold hands. And I sent you guys this video recently. One of the first deaths in season one
Uh,
is the fact that Subaru looks at Emilia and he's like, I promise you, I'm gonna save you. And what does he do? He grabs her hand.
but
So
she's not a spirit.
no, but what happens if Emilia is a witch for which she set up the contract with Subaru, similar to what
Ooh,
Echidna wanted to do with Subaru,
that's interesting. Like, you
which
know,
gave
it's
him the
Satella.
powers.
But like, who brought him to the world in the first place?
That is a good
Because
question.
like, it seems like it's Satella brought him to the world in the first place, right? And I don't remember if this is correct, but did he just walk and he was in the place, or did we see the hand kind of go to him and then he appeared in the place?
I
Oh,
thought he like left the store and then he
Yeah.
was in it.
Okay, so then there wasn't a hand. So like, do you think it was like coincidence, or you think she brought him there and then that contract was made and then he got his power?
see, I feel like they're hiding details from us.
Yeah, I mean that's
I,
been like the theme of the show so far.
yeah, so I feel like there's something in season one that they haven't revealed. One of which is the lead on to get him into this world. For all I can like theorize, it could have been Echidna in a schoolgirl outfit meeting him
Ooh.
outside, and she's like, "Do you want to escape this world?" And then he's like, "Yeah, sure, dude."
Red pill, blue pill.
Red pill, exactly, and that's how he got transferred. Or it could have been Satella.
Yeah, it's true. It could have. It honestly, Echidna's a good guess too. Like she would do that.
That's true.
But she's been the one to progress everything, which is why I also would be like, sign the contract, dude. She's so far the best thing that you've got to actually learning so much about this world compared to anything before.
Yeah.
Here's a question: do you think Beatrice could have been the next contender for knowledge?
Like you mean like I think she is. Like I think like not greed, like Witch of Greed because she's a spirit, but I think
Yeah.
like she's definitely like I'd say her predecessor. Sorry,
here's
not
a que-
predecessor, her legacy.
Yeah. So here's a question: red pill, blue pill for both of you. If both of them are looking at you two and they're saying, "Form a contract with me," who would you choose and why?
I want Moose to go
Who are the
first.
two people?
Beatrice or
Okay.
Echidna?
Oh, easily Echidna. What?
What?
Well, it shows that he's not Subaru, but you're Subaru. Because that's 100%
Why
what's
would
gonna
you pick
happen.
Beatrice?
Because she's literally been alone for 400 years looking at like an empty wall, hoping for
Look
someone
at this
not.
guy. What does she know? She's been staring at a wall for 400 years.
She
Yeah.
has read literally every book in the Forbidden Library. I bet you it's forbidden because it has
Echidna
Her
wrote those
character's so
spells.
flat.
Echidna wrote those books.
How do you know Echidna wrote those books?
She didn't write them, but she got them. Beatrice just
But
watched
you
it.
know she could have just built a nice collection. Like, didn't read. I don't read the books in my shelf. Okay, maybe I can call it.
Well, we know Echidna does, so.
How could you? There's like the like a
That's exactly what I knew we would probably fight about.
like a beautiful painting, and then you pick like the trash on the floor.
Whoa! Slow down.
I thought
Calm
you were
down.
gonna go with
Wait.
how can you pick a beautiful painting and then choose a 5-year-old? That's what you're gonna say.
Wait, no. Okay, it's like, would you rather win $1,000 but potentially lose 2,000 in that bet, or get an easy $100 with no catch?
Wait.
That's where I
I'm
see.
sorry, but what are the cons?
There's no cons to Beatrice so far. It doesn't seem like
What
there
are the
is any.
cons for Echidna?
Your whole like life and soul will be hers. That's the
Well,
con.
it's the same.
Seems
It's the
like
same
Beatrice would suck it out of you with her born personality anyway.
part.
She's
Wait,
not
what does
gonna
she always
say.
end her lines with? She's like, she has a thing she ends her lines with.
She
So
has
like,
Yeah.
now
Beatrice
imagine
has.
doing that for the.
I feel like Beatrice is like the moment you form a contract, she's gonna pop off with her magical powers and be like, "I have
She did
purpose
pop
now."
off without even the contract.
But yeah, now she has like an actual like a will to live. Which
Well, we
could
have to get there yet. We haven't. She does not have a will to live. She didn't get a will last time either.
No, but I'm extending it. Like if he forms a contract and he's
Uh,
like, "Oh yeah, I am that person that you always found," she'd be like, "Oh, finally, 400 years of freedom. Now I can actually like do stuff with my life."
but Beatrice wanted his soul too. She said, I will be number one." It's the same thing. It's just different people. Because his choice for her is that his reasoning, remember, is because she was a promise, she was left alone. He had no problems with her contract. Because her contract is just basically what she already does. It's like, oh yeah, I see everything that's happening to you and everything. And she's like, I think it's really interesting.
But like I feel like that's like harem mentality in all animes. Be my number one. He's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll give you 2 episodes, and that's it." And then like forget about her, and then that's gonna be like completely fine.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how he's going to go about it. We'll have to find out next episode if they cover it then. But I'm sorry, I'm still Team Echidna. Because even throughout, I was like, I know this is for some reason bad, but I was like, still more interested because I was like, she's been here for how many episodes, and I've already learned significantly more about this world and what's going on.
But like, you're okay. So you're not worried about the cons that Echidna provides.
I feel
But
like
like,
it's nothing different from what already is happening. I feel like she just wants to learn more. It's just that she's really sus in general. So it's like you just don't know when she's gonna, like, for instance, where she's gonna like if he's getting hurt or whatever, is she gonna like leave it alone and just give him knowledge to get through it? Meanwhile,
But-
Beatrice will actively be like, I'm here.
But like, that is like Beatrice being there is literally like a better proposal rather than like watching yourself suffer and being like, oh, you messed up with A, B, and C. Beatrice will literally be there being like, oh, I'm here. Oh, there are people that are attacking you, or there's a situation. Let me help you on the spot.
What if she's like a Puck though?
Even better. Like, what? She's gonna fall asleep for like 2
She's
hours?
gone for half the season. Puck does nothing. The only time Puck's done something is when she died, and he was like, I put her
No,
to
but,
sleep.
like-
I'm gonna kill everyone. And
No,
I'm like,
but
why
like, I don't think
did
she's
that
ever gonna be a
before she died?
Puck. She's
Huh?
gonna be like that's like Swiss Army. She's gonna basically be
Swiss Army knife.
she's gonna basically be like Ram. Like she's there, she comes in clutch plays, and then like kind of ignored, but like always there kind of deal.
I'm so confused. Why are you on her team?
But Echidna won't be ignored. Echidna will be throughout.
Echidna's so
That
sketch.
interaction, like
I'm
Have you
so
seen
like
it?
I'm so
Have you ever
shocked
interacted with them?
that you're defending Beatrice.
Why wouldn't you? That's what.
I
That's
knew this is exactly where we would fight this podcast. I knew.
I'm
I was
just
like,
conf-
this is what I said. I was like, me and
I
Moose
don't
will probably
understand.
and it will be you. I
What
think
do you
me
not
and Danny would
understand?
fight things, but
Mo, there were opinions that are wrong.
there's no wrong answers, but you found the wrong answer.
There's literally two choices, and I chose the choice that makes sense.
Moose, what a Garfield!
No.
A true Garfield over here.
What? Well, I'm not like going for Ram. I'm just telling you that Beatrice is a more logical choice. Literally, Minerva was like, "Oh, slow down, Subaru. You really want to go with Echidna? She's kind of sketch."
True.
And Minerva's like the quote unquote witch of justice with her
They all
power.
but remember, they all want to make a contract with him.
I don't think they all want to make a contract.
They
I think
all have ulterior motives.
They all
Yeah.
have ulterior motives, as we've learned.
But like you can kind of gauge their personality traits by kind of that like I can't tell whether it was season or episode 10 or 11 where they got to like to meet them. But like just from hinting at it, I feel like Minerva, of course all of them have ulterior motives, but she's the most aligned to like a kind of like justice perspective outside of like
I'm sure she's dead for a reason because her emotions seem strange. Like she says, like what she says doesn't fully match sometimes.
what Minerva?
Kind of like she's like for love, right? But all of her speech and stuff regards hate. But then she's like, no, it's not hate though.
But like to comment on they're dead for a reason. I mean, weren't they all killed by Satella? For
I
a
think
reason?
so, yeah. But they've all done bad things to the world.
Well, I mean, like, are you considering bad things like the three beasts, where like she had a reason to do it, but it's kind of just like
Yeah, Echidna, remember before introducing them, she prefaced saying what each one did. Like this, and they brought this to the world. But Subaru's only knows and picked up on the monsters because those are the only ones he's met, the beasts.
yeah. But you say bad thing as though like they intentionally did bad things, but I'm trying to think whether they did things for the betterment of society. But
Yeah.
it's like that genie in a lamp kind of scenario. It's like a
It's like Daphne. Like she didn't do it in a bad thing. She was just like, no, I did this to help the world. But like,
yeah. That there's a catch. But I feel like
But that's what I'm saying, man.
But I feel like just taking personality, Echidna definitely wants a lot from Subaru, and she has an ulterior motive. But I feel like everyone's like worried about Echidna herself because they kind of realize her ulterior motives, and they're like, "Wait, slow down. Before you take this contract, like realize that this is not like a good choice for you, whether they're doing it for their selfish needs or not." But I think that you kind of have to agree
Now
with
tell me,
this.
has Subaru made right choices?
I mean,
Do
like,
you agree with his choices up till now? Do you like his choices?
you're talking about like the ideals or like every episode of Suffering.
How do you feel? Do you like him as a character and you like the choices he makes?
Well, no, but like even with Echidna, I didn't like the choices he makes.
So, if he chooses Beatrice, then you think it's the right choice?
It could be a saving grace.
He's got you cornered, Mo.
I got him on the ropes, Moose.
But like, did you hear what I said? I said I didn't even like the choices when he had Echidna with him.
Oh, wait, she wasn't with him though.
Wait, what? So I don't like any of
He only saw
Subaru's.
her retrospect, and she was like, "Well, I can give you this knowledge," and then every time it was significantly better. Not the
No,
best.
but that's your subjective. I think that Subaru's
Did you
choices.
not see school girl uniform echidna?
Okay, I don't know what that has to do with it, but
Yeah, literally. You actually sold me right there. I'm gonna switch my mind right now.
I mean, after that, how could you go to Beatrice?
Dude, Beatrice has something like she's got powers, dude. I can't believe you choose Echidna after all the terms and conditions.
the terms and conditions were like what he goes through every day, except now he has someone who knows about it.
No, but there's more to it. There's probably gonna be
Yeah,
like
but I'd rather know I'm being hustled than be faked out by someone.
I don't think Beatrice is gonna hustle him. She's literally crying and was so happy to be dead. Like I don't think she's gonna try to hustle him.
Remember, she was like, "I don't care about you" the first time.
Yeah, but like they built
She
trust.
lied to
She
him. She already
let
lied to him.
the
Echidna's
entire
not lied to him
mansion.
yet. Carmilla
She
said,
let the
Literally,
entire mansion get slaughtered.
no, she didn't. She was just chilling in her library waiting for the right person.
she knows what happens in the mansion.
She was waiting for the right person, which is Subaru.
And
She
Elsa.
let Tetra get slaughtered.
She did.
Well, Echidna wouldn't have done
Defend
anything
that.
different.
Defend.
She
She
let
would have.
Elsa in the first time.
No, Echidna would have definitely not like. She would have probably let that slide so much. She would have been the
But
Grinch.
but but we are talking hypothetical with Echidna. What Beatrice did, she
We
did.
have proof. What proof do you have that Echidna's done wrong? She's not lied. Carmilla said she's not said a lie.
But she literally was like, "Oh, I'll get you your ideal ending, but just your ideal, like whatever gets you to survive. I don't care about anyone else." So she probably like let them get like killed off.
His ideal ending is he wants to save everyone, so that's his ideal.
No,
Then she's going to
his
support
ideal
it.
is to protect Amelia, and so she's gonna be like, "I'll
No,
let you."
he said everyone. He did say Amelia, but he says and save everyone.
But I don't think that's the catch. That's the reason I think that she's lying, is that she's not gonna let everyone survive. She's just gonna let Subaru, quote unquote, reach his ideal, which could be involved with Amelia, but in the process kill a lot more people.
But that's Satella's in it, because remember Satella. Remember the first conversation they have about Satella is that no, like if someone dies, like that could be it for them. Like he was like, as long as you're okay, that's all that Satella wants. Is that
Yeah,
you
but I
get
feel like
whatever and you make it
stems from
through,
that.
huh?
I feel like Satella will stem from that. She will let him suffer.
Oh, you mean Echidna? Echidna will stem
Oh,
from that.
sorry, yeah, Echidna. She'll let him suffer multiple iterations just so that she can feed off that idea and like that.
Oh
like,
yeah. But I mean, that's not different from what's happening now. Like Beatrice doesn't know about his return from death. She can't change shit. She can't help him, but Echidna can go through it with him and said you'll get my knowledge.
Yeah, but okay, so my point is that both Beatrice and Echidna would let him die multiple times. They'll both let him like suffer. They'll both let like him walk into a mansion and get like slaughtered before he restarts.
Now, what I'm hearing here is you're taking a class and you're being told that you can here you paid for it. You know, it's good. You're gonna learn on your own. You're gonna learn to do things. But then look, now we have a class that has TAs and office hours and support, and they're like, "Yeah, you're in pain by the tests we designed, but you're learning, aren't you? And we're here to support you 24/7."
It's like
Do you think I'm right, Moose? You
okay,
get
it's
Chad
like
Yeah,
too, like
it's
you're
it's
like
the
you're just
full
wrong,
deal.
Mo.
it's like going to a class with 24-hour professor help, but they're like, "Oh, you have to bend over and watch us beat you for 24 hours before you can get
No,
help."
that's Beatrice. That's
No,
Beatrice
no,
because she
no,
doesn't know what's
no.
happening.
Beatrice
She doesn't
would
know
be
your
that like
code. She doesn't know
no,
how to
she
help you compile.
she'd be like the like TA, and she'd be like, "I'm not as informed as the professor, but I'll help you unconditionally with like no."
And then every time it's the same though. She gives you the same advice every class.
No, she'll teach you because she has 400 years of knowledge with books.
But then
She
every
knows
time
like
he dies and
1,000.
comes back, she's gonna teach him the same things, and he's gonna be like, "I need more."
No, 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 dude. Beatrice has the same potential as Echidna,
Well, he's definitely gonna choose her.
What?
And she's gonna be good. Hear me out. She's gonna be fine, and I agree that she's gonna be great, and it's gonna be OP having her.
Yeah.
But Echidna's just better.
I don't think she's better. I don't see why you think she's better. By the way, I think Beatrice might know about Return to Death if Roswell knows Return to Death as well.
Maybe that'd be interesting. I
Because
feel like she
Beatrice,
would have told him. I feel like she's laid out her cards at this point, though.
I don't think she cares about Subaru because
She
she's
loves
like
him.
she's self-interested for now. But the moment I don't think she's revealed all she knows about Subaru. Let me put it that way.
I
Like
wonder.
she doesn't talk that much about like what she knows of him, but I think given what Roswell knows, she might know too because her and Echidna and Roswell are all connected.
But Roswell knows from the book, right? Or we don't know, actually. We don't know specifically that he knows from the book.
Yeah.
Because her book's just, it stopped writing 400 years ago.
Yeah.
Moose, how do you feel? What do you want to talk about? Say.
We can move on to the next thing.
What do you
Yes,
have any
please.
conclusions to our previous discussion?
Yeah, Echidna number one, Beatrice. No.
Oh my,
Sounds good to me. I think that's the title of the video.
oh my, no way. We should have people write in the comment section who they believe and just remove all
Yes,
internet
please
comments.
comment in the comment section.
Don't worry, I'm moderating. So only right
Put
now.
hashtag Mo is the imposter.
Mo Mo's really the imposter.
Oh my god.
He's the one with an agenda.
Oh my god. You guys don't. You're not watching the show. You're just
We're
gonna.
not
What? I'm literally sitting next to you when we watch it.
You're not.
We've been watching it longer than you. We've been in this since 2017. 2016? I don't remember.
Wait, what?
I remember when
2016.
I remember when Moose and I would watch it in undergrad and we'd be like, holy shit, this is crazy. And then was it 6 months after the show ends, we're like, holy shit, that was garbage.
Literally.
Literally.
We were like, why did we think that was crazy at all?
The hype up just to be let down.
We've had enough time to be angry at every character.
Dude, I'm gonna hold you guys to it. I'm gonna wait for next week's.
Wait, when did you watch the season
He's
1?
100% choosing Beatrice. Like, that's gonna happen and she's gonna be great. And we'll never know how great Echidna is by his choice.
No, you'll wait. I bet they'll reveal what the potentials of Echidna will be.
And I bet I'll still stand by it. Because, like, when it happened, I was like, I'm sure they're really bad. But why do I still want it? I was like, I was so surprised that I was like, I still want it.
I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm gonna hold you to that comment.
All right. We'll see.
Yeah.
When did you watch season 1, Mo?
I watched it when it came out. But then episode? I think when it got to the white whale, I held off from watching it anymore until it finished and rewatched white whale up to the end.
Okay, you also watched at the same time as us.
I'm even more surprised.
Why?
Just unbelievable.
Dude, just you wait. Just you wait. You're both.
I'll be waiting 400 years like Beatrice.
We'll be waiting for that person. And
That person's gonna be
Mo's
being
like,
a real,
but
Mo's
it's
being
coming,
the echidna
coming.
Mo's being the echidna that he's talking about. He puts us, and we're both just like, told us to wait for that person. Told us to wait.
I am the echidna to your guys' Beatrice. Well, okay. We'll wrap up this
All right,
section.
Moose.
So the tea party was next. What do you think of?
Well, we started with. I feel like we definitely talked a lot about this whole contract and our feelings
Well,
about
so
it.
I meant more about what do you think about the other witches there?
Oh yeah, other witches, they seem interesting. Sekhmet, pretty dope. Although Beetlejuice is really weird, so I don't know how that worked. Especially Mo was saying earlier, right? Like you were saying, how does that kind of make sense if if Beetlejuice is so interested in Satella?
Yeah. Here's a question. Do you think there is like how do I describe it? Do you think just because you're an archbishop of a certain witch, does that mean you're aligned to that witch, or is that like a title given?
It feels weird. I feel like even the witches don't even talk to the archbishops.
I feel like it's like maybe with the Gospels, right? You just kind of get it for some reason. There's some defective
Yeah.
copy or whatever, and then you're just like I don't know. Maybe they're crazy. I mean, it must be crazy becoming an archbishop at 14. Like who knows?
As Lewis would allude. But do you think they're mutually exclusive? Because I borderline think so.
Maybe like in what sense?
So in the sense that like just because Betelgeuse is an archbishop of Sloth doesn't mean he like supports Sekhmet. He could be like devoted to Satella. But for
I guess
some
not.
reason
I feel like they don't know. Like the witches are like, oh, these things exist, or they're just like these are literally not us, but whatever. They're doing whatever they want. They treat us like gods.
bro.
But where do they get their powers and stuff? Like, is that what the Gospels are?
Or it could be powers given to them by the witches themselves, and that's what constitutes the archbishop, but then they can choose to do whatever they want.
Yeah. How long have the witches been dead for?
I don't know.
Because like, huh?
I don't know.
Because then it's like, is it defined? Because then it's like, what happens? Does the archbishop pass it on to someone else? Like, how long has this been going?
They've
Or how
definitely
does
been
it happen?
for like either 400 to 500 years, because that's when Beatrice was left waiting.
It makes me wonder, right? You know how Super. One sec. Sorry, you guys go ahead.
Oh, what do
Oh,
you think, Mo, of those?
oh, in terms of like,
So that's weird. They like died like 400 years ago. It's like they're like legends then.
that is true, but somehow the gospel, I think the gospel is what carries their legacy forward.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, wow, that's quick.
Sorry, I thought I heard knocking.
Oh, I mean, here's a question. Do you think that you as an archbishop retain the memories of prior archbishops the moment you're appointed as one?
That's possible. That's an interesting one. I kind of thought maybe what if the power is from the book, but I kind of like that more.
I feel like the
Because
book is not
that's
necessarily
that's
like
interesting. Like think of Beetlejuice, right?
yeah.
He died technically, but then he kept getting transferred around, right?
Oh yeah, because his soul was inhabiting different bodies.
And we don't know if that's just for him yet.
True.
So maybe
Hmm. But then they still got to answer like what constitutes an archbishop? Like how did they get appointed as one?
yeah. I wonder if it has to do with the defective gospels or whether they got blessed at some point.
To be honest, I'm thinking the gospel is not as intense as we'd like to think. Okay, I
Yeah.
think they're like important for Beatrice and Roswell, but every other gospel is like it's like scripture almost.
Well, we
Like
know
it's not.
theirs is legit. We know their gospels are legit, but then the rest are like these defective things.
Yeah, I don't think they constitute any magical powers like the old like
Oh,
the cloned gospels.
because how did Subaru get the Pride Witch Factor or the Sloth Witch Factor?
Didn't he get it from killing Betelgeuse?
Yeah,
Betel-
exactly. So what I'm like thinking, right? Yeah, he got it from because like Satella killed him inside him or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
She killed Betelgeuse inside of him.
so I guess he just keeps it and it moved on to him. So what I'm wondering, like, I guess then that kind of removes my other thought, which is on like, what if the book like has something to do with it? Because like Roswell was saying, it's like you'll become like me eventually, like someday. I'm sure he meant in strength rather than thinking.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, like, like, because for instance, he's talking to Echidna, right? Or who was it? No, or like, was it before? He's like, I'll give you my pride, whatever it is that you want. Apparently, there's something to do with pride. Because remember, they kind of think he has something to do with pride.
You're saying that
I'm sorry,
Subaru
the
has no
Archbishop of Pride is missing or something like that.
But who's Pride again?
I have no.
Minerva.
Oh, it's the little
Oh,
girl with the blue hair.
Oh,
She was interested in meeting him. She was the one who just popped up and messed up the order.
That's true.
So there's something to do with that, you know?
Yeah.
I think it may honestly have a key to why he was summoned. I don't know. You know, it's really all up in the air, I guess.
Yeah. But do you think Subaru is now also an Archbishop of Greed after drinking Echidna's juices?
We know it's in a connection. He has a connection to the sanctuary. Maybe after he'll get it, though. If he gets it, then, you know, whatever. I'll take it.
Yeah,
If
right.
he gets Beatrice and he gets her, you know what? More than happy. If this is the last time we see Echidna, I hate it. I'll be so upset.
I don't think it's the last time. I for sure don't think it's the last time.
I need her to be a recurring character. Or
Oh,
like
yeah.
added to the Return by Death, added to Return to Death. Like every time he dies, he goes back to her plane to strategize. I would love that.
I'm thinking something's off about Satella. This is just a completely different
Why is she
cycle.
there? How did she get there?
She's a witch. Of course she's gonna be there. It's a witch's tea
But I
I
party.
thought
like
this is
how
like,
they have a nickname for her, Tella.
Tella.
well, it's yeah. I guess I'll have to hear what the others call it. Yeah, I think it's funny because like she's like, "Oh, you're here, yay!" And I'm like, "Did she kill you?" Don't like a lot of you hate her.
Hmm. I'm still waiting. I feel like they're hiding her face for a specific reason.
Oh, she looks like Amelia for sure. She 100% looks exactly like her.
Yeah,
I bet it.
which is exciting.
Yeah,
I'm
because
curious
I
to
think
see.
that's like Subaru's fear is to look at her too, because he's gonna be like, "Oh my god, like you actually just look like her." So what's good with that? It's not like you possessed her body. It's just like you kind of also just look like her.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like my hypothesis currently, or my theory, is that they're one and the same.
Like two sides of a coin. I still feel like the clone thing, we can still maybe, like, you know, they're
True.
either
I
one
think
and the same or the clone thing. I feel like those
it,
are our two theories right now.
yeah, but there's no doubt that they're like connected very closely.
100%. There's like no way they're not connected.
Yeah,
There's
but
no
then
way
how?
that there's no one else that's an elf like that exists for some reason and they have no connection.
True. I mean, she's literally like considered to be her by like many of the common folk. And episode 1 or episode 2 of season 1
Why would
literally
she
like,
lie? Why would she tell him that her name was Satella?
I think they've definitely included that for a reason. They can't have just said it like just for fun. Like,
It makes no sense why she would say that as like a, oh, you're just some weird, I'll just tell you this. Like,
yeah.
she must have known he really had no clue.
Yeah, but even then I feel like that's like this could be the biggest foreshadow
Yeah.
in it all. And that's like right
What
under
if
our
she was
noses.
a damn. It'd be cool if like Amelia switches personalities and it's like a different person each time, but we just can't tell when. That would be
I mean,
crazy.
okay. Here's a question. So Satella's crazy. We know that, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
loves Subaru.
She loves Subaru. I think Amelia is in the process of loving Subaru. She doesn't love him yet, but she's in the process. And we can clearly tell that she goes crazy through the trials. So what's not
What
to
do you
say
think
that
she sees?
She sees her past.
What is
yeah.
it though?
It's like I'm pretty sure it's like accusing her for these things because she keeps saying it's not me when she comes out. Like I didn't do that, and it's like I think she has some kind of understanding, like fear of either being mistaken as her or maybe becoming her.
Well, have you guys watched the OVAs?
Like like her backstory, the movie and
Yeah.
stuff. I
No,
like
I
what I
haven't
like
seen
it.
it.
Oh, you have okay. I
Yeah,
think part of it could be that segment as well.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You know, everyone hates her by association. Like
Yeah.
she's all alone. Like you know,
Yeah.
people are like frozen, right? She's waiting for people to be unfrozen.
Yeah. Exactly. And literally, the person to save her is Puck, and that's why she wants Puck.
Puck
Because
knows her. Remember, Puck's like, I failed to save you before.
Yeah.
We don't know from what. And I'm like, God damn it.
Oof. Yeah, it's a good call. But I don't know. I feel like what happens if Satella is like a stem from like after trial Amelia almost. Because like Amelia goes crazy after trial 1.
That's
Well,
what I
guess
think, honestly. It, like, pushed her. Like, Roswell helped the tensions of it.
Yeah.
You know, Moose, you got anything? You've been pretty quiet this episode.
I don't know. It's I'm surprised that Stella is at the tea party because isn't that where dead witch is supposed to be? Is she
That's
dead?
what I thought.
We
Who
don't know.
knows? Also, what do you guys think? You think we'll see Puck next episode?
I hope not. I genuinely hope not. I want Echidna to be figured out. I want Beatrice to be figured out. Like, I don't want to have to wait a season for him to form a contract with Beatrice. Like, if he's going to do it, I want to see him fight Elsa and the other girl. Like, we need that done next episode. You're going to tell me season 3 is going to start with him going to the mansion to fight? I'll be so pissed off.
Oh, what would you do if the season ended with him just waking up in that like temple going, I know what to do?
Break my laptop.
Yeah.
I'm so mad you said that because now I'm like, that's like so possible that it just ends with him finishing the trials in the sanctuary. It's a lot of interaction he has to make, like that they're gonna try to probably establish.
Oh, I can literally. I'm just thinking about it. To your point, I can tell you word for word what's gonna happen in the next episode.
Do it. Make that prediction. Tell
3
our
predictions.
audience.
3 predictions. No opening, no ending. First
Oh,
prediction.
the 10 out of 10 right there.
10
10
banger
out of 10
episode.
show.
10
No.
out of 10.
No, you're missing it. 10 out of 10 is they show the scenes, but they play it in the back softly. They play the opening at the end, with the ending at the end.
That's what's gonna happen. Exactly as TK has mentioned. Second, what's gonna happen is that I'm predicting Subaru and Beatrice are gonna clap Elsa and the other girl.
I didn't like the way you said that.
They're gonna smurf.
5-year-old's gonna beat the shit out of a 6-year-old girl.
I mean, they're literally gonna like. She's gonna do something, but this is my prediction. Subaru is gonna do the same thing as season 1, or like it's gonna end with him, probably with Beatrice, looking up in the sky, and they're gonna be like, "I'll always be there by your side," and Beatrice is gonna be like, "Thank you, you saved
If that
me."
comes true, Mo, I swear to God, I'd be so mad if that line is uttered. I think it could end with him telling Amelia that he loves her. At this point, I'm like, it's on brand with the show. I think it's gonna end like the White Whale. It's all the action ends, and then that's just it's gonna end.
Yeah.
Now I don't know whether that action means Sanctuary is gonna be free, or whether it means Mansion's gonna be figured out.
All right, you wanna place a bet? I'm willing to bet one metaphorical bubble tea that the words uttered by Beatrice in the end of the episode is either my hero or my master.
No, I refuse. That's an easy one.
Okay.
I believe that will happen. I thought you were gonna say that I love you, and
I'm gonna say no. It's not gonna happen.
Ooh. All right. Moose will take you on for that.
Metaphorical.
I'll take you on. Let's make it a real boba tea.
Oh yeah, you're you're here. All right, whoever gets that bubble tea in this podcast.
No, the other one has to deliver it to the other person.
Ooh,
Spicy.
I'm waiting for it. What is your predictions, guys, of last episode?
He's gonna half of it will be Satella tea party. The other half he wakes up and then he like goes out and he like kills himself. and then he wakes up and he goes, "I know what to do," and then the episode ends.
Or actually, I have a different prediction now.
All right.
So I think Satella and stuff will actually only be the first part of the episode. It's not even going to be that long. I think they're going to be like, because Echidna was not happy to see Satella. So what if what happens is Satella's like coming in there to like fuck shit up, and Echidna's like, okay, you need to leave now. You need to get the hell out of here. And they're going to like fight her or something.
I can
Or like
see that she's like, "You have to leave," and she pushes him out of the world or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I
And he
can see
figures
that.
out whatever it is. Because was this the second trial, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the second trial.
Yeah, so you were right, by the way, Mo. I thought we were like on the third, but you were right. This was only the second. So I don't know what the third is, but I think it's going to be that. Like, so 1/4 of the episode will be whatever it is for the sanctuary, and he's just going to make a mad dash for it to the mansion, and the 3/4 of it will be him forming the contract and figuring stuff out and fighting there. And this will be the start of him being a character with actual power because of his contract with her.
Yeah.
Like that. Mostly because of the contract part.
Yeah. Mostly because.
We'll see what happens though. I'm also just hoping that we get both done. I don't want to have like one of them left open for that to be half a season.
Yeah. I mean, I bet you this episode is going to leave us with disappointments one way or another.
It's just gonna cliffhanger us. I'm sure it's gonna do like, like how we felt now. We're like, wow, they really front loaded it with like stuff that made like really not much of a dent. And then they're just like, the last 4 episodes, we're just gonna make them interesting, like so interesting and crazy that now you're invested. And then we're just gonna leave you dry. And I'm like, why? I'm like, this whole season has been I've never seen a show to do character, like spend character development for one character and make it a whole season about it.
Yeah.
It's good. Like, again, I'm liking Subaru now compared to that I ever did before. But
I agree, but I feel like it was so slow. I guess it wasn't slow. I guess no, sorry. It's slow paced, but they included enough like content to make it worthwhile to watch.
yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah, I mean, I guess that's the intentions of the show, is to show how repetitive it is, which could be slow paced in itself.
I honestly think the deaths aren't bad though, right? It's like the deaths, and when they return to death, it's not bad. They just choose some weird pacing sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some of the timelines are like, this is crazy. Like, I think, like, I remember I was talking to Moose earlier, and he was like, we were liking how crazy different each timeline was that he was going through.
Yeah. But I feel like, okay, one scene in particular was like when Otto, there was a whole like sequence where Otto's like, I let you escape because I'm your friend. I'm like, that was touching but unnecessary. Like, you wasted a whole episode just for Subaru to realize that he has friends.
Yeah, I like the sentiment and I like the metaphor, but I agree with you. It was way too much time spent on it. Like,
Yeah.
they could have done that whole dramatic thing in a significantly shorter span of time, and I would have
Yeah.
appreciated it.
Yeah. That's true.
It was the first time he's like, holy shit, you're not someone that's just like using me, or I met you, like, and we were just starting to use each other.
You're not an NPC. You're a PC to me.
What are
Point.
you looking forward to, Moose?
I don't know. I have like zero expectations from this show. So
Do you have
Have you been liking the last
3-0
few episodes?
expectation?
I have zero expectations.
Damn.
I just
Trademark that. Merch dropping next week.
I don't know. This season in general, the pacing has been all over the place. Like the first half, we were like bored out of our minds, and then the second half, I don't know. It's like the white whale. I didn't understand what was going on during the white whale thing. I was like, all of a sudden, there's this white whale. We're gonna spend like 5 episodes on it. That's what this whole thing with the sanctuary has been for me. I'm like, why are we in? I don't know. Like they like why did they go after them? Like, because they were trapped there? Why did they go there in the first place?
The white whale stuff, all we know is that Rosewall and Ram went there and they were looking for them. That's how it started.
But you have
And
a
then
good point. I think what happens with this kind of show is that the plot is so open ended. Like Subaru doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily have like a main objective, aside from an open ended comment, which is to like protect Amelia. So they're choosing segments, and I guess I'm not really sure how the manga progresses, but they're choosing segments that can highlight that idea, but also give the narrative like a progression.
I feel like we're in a filler arc.
Yeah.
I mean, I really liked. I think the last 4 episodes have been the most information.
They've been good,
about the
yeah,
world.
yeah. I
Like no, like
agree.
information about the world too. Like they gave context to what the white whale and the mobbies in the first season, as well as what's been happening and how this world works. Like I feel like it's been the most understanding. But I agree with you about the whole pacing and open ending. Like they kind of treat the audience even more like Subaru. Like we're kind of like Subaru. We're like we're in this world and we're really blind going into it. So we're like, what's the point? And then as he learns the point of things, we're also like, okay. It's just that I guess maybe because we make different decisions to progress and things like that. Like it's like you see one person's perspective of how they would do a task or do something, and then you're just like, okay, you're like, this isn't the information I wanted to get out of it. This isn't what I wanted to learn from that, and I would have done it a completely different way. And I think that's like what the narrator kind of takes us through. And like, that has nothing to do with the pacing, though. I don't know what's with that. It's really all over the place. Like clearly they can do it well based on the last 4 episodes, but
Yeah, it's tough.
they do this high low thing.
Whole lot of low in the first half, though.
Oh my god! I was gonna say, I was like the first trial. I was like, they could have made the parents significantly more interesting without spending half the time they did.
But they didn't even get to that stuff until like episode 6 or 7.
I know, yeah.
There was still like 6 episodes before that.
I can't even tell you what happened in those 6 episodes.
I was trying to think too. I was like, I remember when he was in the memory, but right before the sanctuary, all his like REM. I think 2 episodes were spent in the mansion. Actually,
Yeah, you're right.
Kind of Federica.
that could have been done in like half an episode or one.
You're
Like no,
right.
not the Frederica. I meant in the beginning, taking Ram back from the white whale and stuff. Because remember, she fought. The season started with Rem fighting the
Archbishops.
yeah, and then like everything that happened and like she coma and
Oh,
everything.
I wish that was the season. Them fighting those archbishops. That would have been so much cooler.
I think that'll be next. I think they got to power him up first with Beatrice.
The Wombo combo.
Wombo
The
combo.
combo you won't regret.
Dude, think how like blindsided the archbishops would be if they have to fight someone contracted with a witch.
I thought you were gonna be like fight someone that's not 14, but I was like,
They'll be like, but we serve the witches. How can we fight the witch?
Oof. That's what happened to
dude.
Kettle Goose. It's like he like fought Subaru. He's like, I got you now. Until Satel's like, wait, step aside. He's like, oh, what?
You know what marketing? This show is like, oh, we're gonna throw this crazy fight in the first episode, and then we're just like, yeah, we're gonna see those guys. You know, he's gonna probably fight them. It's gonna be some crazy fights, and then we get none of that. We get no crazy fights. We get nothing of the sort of what happened in the first episode. They're just like, yeah, that'll probably be next season or 2 seasons.
I mean, yeah, like literally the dynamic of ReZero season 2 is way different than season 1. Season 1 had like fights and like literally trying to strategize ways to kill creatures and like get like an ultimate ending. This one's like discovery.
Yeah.
Discovery and character development.
I hated him significantly more season 1. Obviously, first half of the season, can I really say he was better? No. But, you know, clear improvements.
Yeah, small steps. It's all small steps.
Yeah. Beatrice is the saving grace, Mo.
Yeah, she's my new Rem for now.
Whoa.
For now,
Okay.
they literally.
We'll see how this plays out. You think he'll
Hot
come
takes all
crawling to us?
around, Mo.
That's
gonna-
why you want me here. I'm literally here for hot takes and controversial opinions.
In one season, I want to hear if like this love is still there, or if like he's just like it's Subaru too.
I love to see literally all of them gather around him, and like it would be like Beatrice, she's like, "I love you," and then Rem would be like, "I love you." Petra would be like, "I love you." Federico would be like, "I love you," and he'd be like, "No, guys," with Amelia, and they all just kill him.
It's like the Drake meme where it's like no, and then Amelia, and he's like yes.
Oh yeah.
But like he's for sure like you know what's gonna happen, and I hate that he did this. He's like, I already have spots 1 and 2 filled in my heart, and I'm like, that's such a rude thing to say. I was like, you should just be like, I already have some. Like to be
Yeah.
like I have spots 1 and 2, like I have a backup basically. I was like, that's so what the fuck, man.
Yeah, dude.
And then next season he'll be like 1, 2, and 3 are filled.
You can take 4 if you please.
The real magic was the friendships we made along the way.
All right, I'm hanging up.
I think this is a
I
good place.
think, yeah. Well, thank you for tuning in this week.
Thank you.
Next week will be the epic conclusion to season 2. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
we're gonna have a lot to say.
More
Someone
hot
will
takes.
be drinking boba at that point.
Someone will be drinking boba. It's gonna be me,
No, I don't think so, dude.
but yeah.
No,
Thanks
but
again.
don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, punch that notification bell, do all those things. And remember, hashtag Mo is the imposter.
Oh my god.
And tell us your opinions in the comments on Beatrice, Echidna, or whoever else you think. If you are choosing whoever else, we'd love to see your reasons, and we'd love to respond and tell you why you're wrong.
Yeah,
Oh,
literally.
yeah.
I think we'll all agree on the fact that you're wrong.